Not a bad place to stop for pizzas, is it, guys?
No.
You're quite at rest there, Priya?
Whenever we anchored at Sandus, batfish were always around the boat. And we often enjoyed fun on the water. Mum and Dad did more diving with Denis, the dive instructor from Sandus. He was stoked to have guests to dive with, as borders were still closed and visitors were few and far between.
The valleys, I have climbed the heights of life.
After a short stay at Sandus, we returned to Noosa.
Some of these places are just so disjointed. There's like a pinky building up on that hill up there, which is a couple of shops, and then you come back to this big sort of turquoisey building, that's more shops. And then you come all the way across here, and that's actually where the sort of town centre is.
And the market. This is Noro.
Yeah, this is Noro, and that's the market in there. And then you go the similar distance that way, and you'll find another shop, and then again in the other direction. It's just so spread out.
And disjointed.
And disjointed, yeah.
Makes exploring fun though.
Yeah, it does.
So we're leaving the boat this morning. We've got a couple of kids left on the boat. We've got Reef with us, and it's time to go shopping in Noro. All the boats lined up outside the market, although it doesn't look like the market's on today.
Oh, no, the market's up here.
Has it moved?
Yeah, because they're redoing the market.
Ah, that's right. Because when Cyclone Harold came through, it really devastated the front of this market, so they've just moved it slightly so it can be redone. So we're coming in for provisions, bit of LPG, get rid of our rubbish, go and get some documents signed. There's some improvements going on in Noro at the moment, building a footpath down to the market, which is closed at the moment. So there's a temporary market going on up here. So this is the LPG gas depot. We can go and get our gas for our stove and our barbecue. Yay!
Awesome. Thank you.
Done. Thank you.
After catching the local bus, we stopped at Muziboku, the container shop, before returning to the tender for the trip through the Diamond Narrows to Noosa. But not before losing my hat.
Golly, what did we go over?
Looks like coconut.
Coconut?
Oh, yeah, just coconut. Bin there. Yeah, looks like coconut.
Okay. Good then.
So despite having a boat that's not even 10 years old yet, we're still constantly fixing stuff. If you have a look, the hull and deck joint is starting to come away. So this is the view here from the inside of the locker. So you can see daylight through there, which is a bit disappointing. And it's not till you get back here where the big bolts are, but these are actually the nuts that come down off the main cleat off the bow here, which is a really good mechanical fixing between the hull and the deck. And on the other side in this locker, the deck comes down here and it joins onto the hull here, and there's a lip that runs through on the other side where the trampolines are. Well, when we were back in New Zealand 2 years ago, this joint came apart, so we had it all fiberglass through from the inside.
I think we hold there.
I just need to go about here.
Yeah, it's
and
fine.
go towards the bow.
Okay.
Can you just push me towards the bow?
Yeah. There's been less swearing this time though. The other side was quite vocal. Is that it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, we don't want it messy, do we?
Right.
So how many extra bolts are going in?
1,
3.
2, 3.
And you've just loosened that one?
Yeah, I loosened that one because it had actually come adrift up here as well. So I've cut all the old glue out from here back to here.
Yeah. I'm going to tighten up these bolts, so guess who's going down in the hole? So I need to get up there with the spanner, hold the bolts so that Dave can screw them down tight. Let's go and have a look at the other side and see if more sealant popped out once we tightened everything down. Not really too much.
I've tidied it up.
Just another day in the Solomons. It's blazing hot. We've finished school for the day, so it's time to get in the water. And so Dave is out there. He's towing Priya around. Normally it's on a surfboard, but today it's on the paddleboard. And here's the rest of the team. We're in the water again. Every day.
There's a reef shark in there.
Oh, and yes, Reef just saw a reef shark underneath you somewhere.
How big?
Oh, just a little one, darling. So Zephy reckons that she can do a deep water start from onto the surfboard. Dave reckons she can do it, and I haven't seen it yet. Yay! Shay's going to have a crack at going around the boat. I just can't believe he just stands up on the board before it's even going. Well, it's been a glorious day, but it's now the afternoon, it's 20 to 2, and this is the sky now. So we can see a storm is coming. That's pretty ugly, but our storm's actually coming from there. Here it comes. 15 minutes later and it's all over.
So down here in the sail drive, this is another problem we're kind of working through at the moment. We've got a leak in the top seal between the sail drive and the engine. It's where the unit's been over-pressurised in the past and it's blown that top seal. So it's just a pain. We lose probably 50 to 100 mil of oil. There you go. See the oil dripping through every time we run the bloody things. So we'll be getting parts in hopefully from Australia soon so we can fix this leak up. We're now down in the engine bay on the starboard side, and we've got two chargers. So there's a 60 amp Christec and a 40 amp. And unfortunately when we came back to the boat, the 60 amp are blown. So it means when we run our generator we can only charge 40 amps into the main battery bank. And with the two together before we could charge at 100, so we've got quite a shortfall on the charging. So one of the things I'm having to do now is try and source another charger from Australia and hopefully get it sent here.
So we've just finished Reef's Dragon. This has been a labour of love for the last few weeks actually. We do a little bit at a time, maybe a little bit of painting. Ears and nose went on this morning. How do you feel about your dragon, Reef?
Good.
Yeah? Yeah, we've had a lot of fun making that, haven't we?
Yeah.
What's your favourite part of your dragon?
By the end of June, and with borders still closed due to COVID, life on board was becoming a tad stale. So we invited Denis, the dive instructor from Sambas Resort, to join us on board for a few weeks. He was keen for the opportunity and helped Dave with the boat.
I was worried that there was too much play in our port propeller, but to tighten it we had to take it apart. Once the blades were off, I couldn't tighten the nut any more than it already was. So we put it back together again and hoped for the best.
My birthday, we had a picnic on the beach.
And this is for damper. Yeah, first attempt at damper.
This is debarking the
Yeah.
damper stick.
The Africans have got a little bit too serious about their sticks.
Well, I've heard that this is a real bloody art, this damper. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it properly.
They're all just looking at him going, what is he doing? Like,
Made this before.
This is Casuarina, which is the most ideal stick to do damper with, by the way. And I read about that. You've got to get a Casuarina.
because you're an expert now.
Oh yes, it's my first time I've done it.
There we go. Getting the tinder ready for our fire. It's getting hot there, is it? Yummy.
I think that one's done.
This one's hot to trot.
It's because we've run out of Marmite.
I will try some. Thanks, darling.
Everyone's quite anxious to see the vomit-covered cake now.
You can smell the vomit.
Bloody well done.
Parrot cake.
Parrot cake?
Yeah.
How many
Is it?
parrots did you use in there?
11, we need 11, Dad.
Do we?
With yogurt.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you ever catch the parrots?
Oh, carrot!
Oh, carrots. I think you said parrot cake.
Parrot. Grab a piece of vomit cake, Reese. Just one off the end. Off the end, please.
Join us next time as we return to the Arnavan Islands, see more turtles and wage raft wars.